Hey, what is up? Roman here, and today I'm very excited to bring you a brand new overview of the new Chunkeez next gen counterweight, the Asteroid. What is the Asteroid? Well, I'm glad you asked. It is actually an Astro counterweight setup. 2 bead setup here, one larger, one smaller. You can see which side goes to which end of the string because this has a smaller hole and the diameter on this hole is much bigger, which allows it to separate from the second at the end of your string and move up and down the string, allowing you to then do Astro yo-yo. Yeah, the feel of the counterweight is actually really cool. Let me move and do this instead. You can see that there is a spiral grip on both beads of the counterweight. If you turn it upside down, you kind of can maybe get a feel of what that feels like in your hand. Looks kind of like a shroom, doesn't it? It's kind of cute. And so when you have it in your grip there, you'll have kind of like that grip, and it's very comfortable. You get just enough grip with the spiral texture and not too much in general. So I would say grip is about medium for this, and I am perfectly okay with that versus knurling or anything like that for this setup. Yeah, let's talk about one thing before we get to the actual weighted specs. I believe that when it comes to 3D printing, filaments have different characteristics, and so whether Juan decides to go with a glow setup or a certain color, I believe that changes the specs. I don't know for certain, and so I just want to mention that in case you get a setup and it's a little bit different. I'm also going to tell you what the setup is by itself and then with a bead, and after that I will show you how to string it up. So here we go. The specs of just the counterweight itself with no bead is 10.05 grams. Now, if you were to add a bead on this end, it will be 10.29 grams. So that's going to allow you to just dial it in and get it perfectly set up with whichever throw you decide to go with when setting up for Astro. So yeah, let me go ahead and say let's take a look on how to set it up. Hopefully this helps when you receive your set. And I just want to make sure everything goes smoothly for you. So let's take a look at that now. Alrighty guys, so here we are. We're going to go ahead and take our string and an easy stringer. These usually come with all Chunkeez counterweights. Go ahead and thread that through the end of the yo-yo string that usually attaches to the yo-yo. So yeah, once you have that attached, we'll be able to get started in slinging up the smaller bead of the Asteroid. Remember that the smaller hole goes on the outside, just like that. Then we're going to take the bigger bead, thread that through, and you can take the easier stringer out at this point. So you'll want to go ahead and just go to the desired string length, and here what we're going to see is how to tie a larger knot than usual. So normally what you would do is go ahead and tie a single overhand knot, but in this case what we want is a overhand knot that wraps around 3 times. The reason for this is a larger knot will not slip through the smaller hole of the Asteroid bead. So there's 1, 2, here comes the third, and then what we will do is go ahead and slip that through the hole, cinch it down, make sure it's good to go. It will take practice to do this and get it exactly where you want it as far as the string length, but it is totally doable. At this point you can usually snip off the ends and make it look nice and pretty. I think we're going to do that here pretty soon. Oh, there's the knife. Oh, we're cutting stuff. Okay, cool. So now you can see, once I bring it up here, the last little knot is actually larger than if you were to do one overhand knot, which is cool because now you don't need a bead. You don't have to worry about the knot sliding through that hole there, and it will stay in place, and you get to use all 10.05 grams and no more, no less. Really cool setup here, guys. It will sometimes even slip into that hole and just lock in even better. So let's go ahead and take a look pretty soon over on the bead setup, which is quite simple. So let's do that now. Okay, here's our easy stringer, and what we're going to do is just slide the bead in first. Pretty simple, self-explanatory. Take the smaller bead and the larger bead, run that down to a single knot. You don't have to do 3 overhands like we did before, just a single knot will do. and boom, you are good to go. There is one bead setup. Okay, hopefully that helped, and now you will be good to go when you receive your Asteroid setup. So yeah, overall, I think this is a really fun set, really creative set from Juan Renteria, aka Chunkeez Creative Counterweights, and I'm super happy and pleased with the product. If you guys have any questions for me or want to just get further and join a 5A journey with me, go ahead and like this video, subscribe, and we will grow together. It's always great seeing you guys. I'm just always glad to be here, and I hope you enjoyed the video. So without further ado, my name is Roman, and I will see you guys on the next one.